Of the Prince. In the world of politics and power, some books have shaped history, and The Prince is one of them. Written by the famous Italian thinker Niccolò Machiavelli in 1513, during a time of intense political turmoil in Europe, this book wasn't published until after his death in 1532. But The Prince was not just any book. It was a ruthless guide for rulers on how to maintain power at any cost. It sparked fear, controversy, and admiration, with some calling it the Devil's Handbook for Rulers, while others saw it as a brilliant analysis of political reality. What is The Prince about? Unlike traditional books on morality and justice, The Prince is about power, survival, and strategy. Machiavelli wasn't interested in how the world should be. He focused on how it really is. Key lessons from The Prince. 1. Power doesn't come from kindness. A successful ruler doesn't need to be loved, he needs to be feared and respected. Machiavelli wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both, because fear preserves power, while love is fickle and can betray you." 2. The ends justify the means. One of the most famous ideas from the book suggests that a ruler must do whatever it takes to stay in power, even if it means being deceitful, ruthless, or cunning. Are lying and manipulation acceptable tools? For Machiavelli, the answer is yes, as long as they serve the state and prevent chaos. 3. How to maintain power. A wise ruler does not rely on others for his safety. He builds his own strength. He must know when to be a fierce lion and when to be a cunning fox, because brute force alone is not enough, and intelligence without strength is weak. 4. Don't trust mercenaries or hired armies. Machiavelli warned that rulers who depend on others for protection will lose their power quickly. National armies are more loyal than mercenaries because they fight for their homeland, not for money. 5. Controlling the people. A ruler shouldn't be cruel all the time, but he must be ready to use cruelty when necessary. He should deceive people with words when needed, but he must never be deceived himself. Is The Prince an evil book? Some believe that Machiavelli encouraged tyranny, but in reality, he wasn't teaching rulers to be evil. He was simply revealing the harsh truth of politics. This book is not about morality, it's about power and survival. Today, The Prince is still studied in universities, read by politicians, and even used in business training. Why? Because it teaches strategic thinking, power dynamics, and how to anticipate the actions of others. Why should you read it? If you want to understand how nations are really governed, how leaders think, and why some rulers remain in power while others fall, then The Prince is a must-read. It's not just a historical book, it's a guide to power and influence in any era.